Hey guys, it's Day, and today we're going to be looking at a bunch of candies and ranking them based on my opinion. We got chocolates, fruity candies, nostalgic candy, overrated candies. Okay, we got a lot of candies today that we're going to sort out. I don't really like peanut butter or peanut flavor, and I don't really like spicy candy. So, that's just like a little precursor of what's gonna go down today. Okay, so if those are like your favorite candies, just be expecting them to go at the bottom of the rank. For starters, we have Snickers. Okay, I used to say that Snickers were like my favorite candy bar, but they're not up there anymore. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna give Snickers a B. Okay, they're pretty good. Kit Kats. They're like soft, wafery chocolates. Easy to gobble up. Easier than Snickers, that's for a fact. But are they better than Snickers? I couldn't say that. I'm gonna give Kit Kat a B, just like Snickers. M&Ms. They're like kisses in a shell. There's nothing special about M&Ms. There's no wow factor. It's literally just chocolate droppings covered in some kind of shell to add like a little crunch. I think I'm gonna give M&Ms also a B. It's not special, it's not bad, it's chocolate. Like chocolate is very average. Like it's just chocolate. Starburst. Ooh, y'all are not gonna like me today with this rating. Starburst is really good, but I have like a sensitive throat. When it comes to candy that like literally inflict pain on me, it brings the rating down just a little bit, okay? I like Starburst's flavor, but it's not worth it for me to have my throat messed up for the rest of the day, you know? So Starburst is gonna go with a C. Very nice flavor, but it's not that deep for me. Okay, Reese's. Okay, so we know what Reese's is. It's chocolate full of peanut butter. So we gonna put that in D. Okay. No hard feelings. I don't really like peanut butter like that. It's purely peanut butter. It's not nasty either. If I wanted that much peanut butter, I'd go eat peanut butter straight from the jar. You know what I'm saying? So sorry. Sour Patch Kids. Okay, Sour Patch Kids is good. It really is, okay? But like I said, I have a sensitive throat and I don't know, the flavor is not worth it for me to go through that pain. It's still really good, so I'm going to give it a C, which is not the worst. C just means you are good enough for me to like nibble on. Like I'll take a Starburst, please. Thank you. You know, like I would never pick it out of anywhere or like buy it from a vending machine or a store. You know what I'm saying? Milky Way. It's chocolate and I really like chocolate. So I'm gonna give it a C just because it was doing too much. You could have like, I don't know what it is. Maybe too much caramel or something. I don't know. Twix. Twix to me is pretty overrated because it's a cookie. I think I'm gonna give Twix a C. A chocolate covered crunchy cookie. You know what I'm saying? At this point, let me eat a chocolate chip cookie. Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers gives a lot of nothing. You do not make it to that B level chocolate. You're still gonna be stuck at a C. I'm talking to this candy like it's listening to me. Remember when I said I don't like spicy candy? I'm so sorry to whoever likes hot tamales. Ooh, this candy nasty. Do y'all actually like it or do y'all just do it for fun? Like, do y'all just pop it in your mouth just for the fun of it? Hot tamales is the nastiest candy I have ever ingested in my life. It's not good. I'm sorry, it's our first F. If you like hot tamales, I'm sure you're a great person. But, not today. Kisses are like M&Ms. They're just chocolate. Like, you can't rate chocolate lower than a B if it's just plain chocolate, unless you don't like chocolate. Kisses is going to be a B. It's just chocolate. Skittles. Here goes another C. Not because it's nasty. You know what? If it was the sour Skittles, maybe I'd push it up to a B. But I'm going to give Skittles a C because it's not good enough where I'm going to be eating it like that. It really makes my throat hurt. Jolly Ranchers. Are y'all ready? None of the fruity candies have made it past a C. But Jolly Ranchers, if every candy did it like Jolly Ranchers did it, it has the best flavor. When you pick out a grape Jolly Rancher, you're tasting grape. When you pull out a green apple Jolly Rancher, you're tasting green apple. And it doesn't do my throat like how the other candies do my throat. The only problem with Jolly Ranchers, and the reason why you'll probably never catch me eating a Jolly Rancher, is because I do have an irrational fear of hard candies. If they don't come with a stick that I can like hold on and take out of my mouth, I can't eat them. I choked on a Jolly Rancher when I was about maybe 6, 7, 8 years old. Worst experience of my life. As he was trying to do the Heimlich maneuver on me, I was also trying to swallow the candy, as in, like, maybe I can just swallow it and stop choking. So I choked for the longest time ever. I thought I was gonna die. And you won't catch me eating a hard candy. And if you do, that's not me. I don't know what they were trying to do with Butterfinger. What is in the inside of that stuff? What is that? What is that flavor that I don't like about Butterfinger? Like, they're lucky they put some chocolate on it that didn't put it to an F. But if there was no chocolate on it, that's an F. But I'm gonna put it as a D. I don't know what that is. That I just like. Is it butterscotch? That's why they would call it Butterfingers, right? I think I prefer Reese's over Butterfingers. So these Tootsie Roll Pops, I'm gonna categorize them as just everything Tootsie Roll, like the lollipops and the little twisty chocolate candies. They're gonna go in a D. They're very unremarkable. I mean, if you're craving candy, there's something to put in your mouth. Candy corn. Are you kidding me right now? That's an easy F. I'm sorry again if you like candy corn. I mean, great for you because they're popular during Halloween. Isn't it just sugar? I don't know what it is. It's not good, and it never was good to me. Kids really loved it back when I was growing up. They really ate that whole thing up. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just me. Hershey's milk chocolate. That's an easy B. It's just chocolate. Classic gummy worms. It's gonna be a B. I'm not even supposed to be eating gelatin like that, so I'd be trying to find the ones with carnauba wax. Even so, these like classic gummy worms, like you can find them anywhere. It's not like a specific brand of gummy worms. We just all know like what gummy worms are, the gummy worms that we all eat. The only reason why you wouldn't like them is if you don't like chewy candy, I guess. I mean, they're not too sweet. They're fun to eat. I don't know, and they're colorful. It's like it should be like a kid's favorite candy. I think this was Babe Ruth. It's gonna be a B. It's chocolate. It's kind of giving Three Musketeers. But I think that peanut that they added, I think that's what it is, really like elevates it. Like it adds a crunch that's not just like as soft as that Three Musketeer. Like peanut and chocolate is good. Just don't put too much peanut in it, or then it becomes too overwhelming like a Reese's cup. Airheads. It's going to be our first A, period. To this day, I still really love Airheads. I just stuff the whole thing into my mouth. It's the best way to eat a Airhead. If you nibble on your Airheads, I don't know what you're doing. You're not getting the full experience. You have to stuff that whole thing into your mouth. That mystery flavor, though, it went hard, though. I personally think fruit roll-ups deserve an A. They're so fun to eat. They're delicious. Like I said, I love stuffing my mouth. There's nothing to complain about, really. It's fun. And, like, have y'all seen those games where, like, they try to eat the fruit roll-up as fast as they can using no hands? That's so fun. Number one. Number two, it's delicious. And it's easy to eat. And it's not painful to my throat in any way. Payday is an easy F for me. Sorry, it's purely peanuts. What can I say? At least a drizzle of chocolate? I don't know. At this point, let me eat a scoop of peanut butter. Like, I'm not paying to eat peanuts. Like, oh my God. It's like, it's peanuts. It's just peanuts. Give me some chocolate. I want chocolate, not peanuts. I'm so sorry. Because I know for a fact there's a lot of people out there that probably really like peanut flavored candy. Airheads, y'all already know where I'm going to put this. Like, y'all can kind of see what type of candies I like. Especially when they're sour, too. I love sour candy. Yummy. You know, I love sour Airheads. They're chewy, stretchy. Nothing to complain about. And they don't really get my throat like that. Hershey's Cookie and Cream is on a whole different level than other chocolates. That is how you do chocolate. I just prefer white chocolate over milk chocolate. I think white chocolate's not even chocolate, they were saying. But still, why does it taste better than real chocolate? The cookies. You see, that's where Twix messes up. Twix is just a cookie. Hershey's adds chocolate like Oreo flavored cookies into tiny pieces that don't just overwhelm your whole mouth like you're eating an Oreo, but you're still getting that full chocolate flavor. Like, that is how you make a chocolate bar. Twix definitely doesn't do it right, and neither does none of the other chocolates. Like, Hershey's is like the perfect balance of cookie and chocolate. With that being said, I'm very conflicted right now because I don't know where I should put it. I don't know if I want to put it on S or A. It's definitely like the best chocolate out there. However, is chocolate ever good enough to be S tier? It's one of those things, if you're not craving it, it's not good. right? I think I'm gonna put it S tier anyways, just because it is the best chocolate out there. Like, there's no other chocolate that does it like Hershey's cookie and cream. If I'm craving chocolate, that is the first chocolate I would want. I forgot what these little candies are called. Juicy Drop, right? I can't remember. These ones are like, I would say old school candies. I don't see a lot of kids eating them nowadays, but they were definitely popular when I was growing up. I'm gonna put this as an A. It's like, I think the sweet and fruity syrup that you put on top of it, I don't remember how this candy works actually, but I think that's what it was like, was so freaking good. And then you get to lick it off of like practically a sweet and Jolly Rancher. Come on. That's like my dream right there. I'm not even gonna say anything about Twizzlers. Okay, I am gonna say something about Twizzlers. There's no flavor. It says it's strawberry flavored. Yeah, right. Where's the strawberry? Anytime I eat it, I feel like I'm eating bread. I used to think there was something wrong with me because kids would eat the Twizzler like they were eating candy. This don't taste like candy, y'all. Or black licorice. This should be, it's not on the list, but black licorice. Who likes black licorice? And what does it taste like? Black licorice, Twizzlers, I don't care. I'm not eating that junk. I'm not wasting calories and my health on candy that does not taste good. That does not taste like there's 100 grams of sugar in it. Dots. It's in the same boat as Twizzlers. Raise your hand if you like dots. I don't see anyone raising your hand. To the people who raised your hands, y'all do not exist. I refuse to believe you guys exist. I'm sorry. If you're craving something chewy and sweet, eat some gummy bears. Eat some freaking Sour Patch at this point. Eat the gummy worms. Dots? Dots? Really? Well, I didn't think people seriously enjoyed candies like this. The only people who should enjoy candy like this is if you're 90 years old. I'm low-key bullying you guys. If you like dots, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, I love you guys, okay? I love all of you. Payday's reasonable. If you like peanuts, okay. But everything else, I don't understand why you would choose those candies over anything else. Like, I'm sorry. Almond Joy, back when I was a kid, it was an F. But I grew up, and it's up to a D. Which would be a compliment for Almond Joy because, man, I do not like coconut. These marshmallow lollipop candies, maybe I'll show it on the screen, but they used to be at this one store I used to go to all the time as a kid. They would always have this. One day, I think someone bought it for our whole class or someone gave it to me, and I finally tried it, and I won't lie, it was gross. I wasn't a big fan of marshmallows as a kid, or even now, I'm not a big fan. The gummy mixed with the marshmallow with the chocolate, I didn't understand how those flavors coincided. And as a kid, you know your taste buds are really picky as a kid. If it's not regular like chicken nuggets, chocolate, and milk, you don't really want it, you know? So as a kid, that would have definitely been an F probably. But I think I'm going to move it up to a D. Because like I said, I just recently had something similar to it. It wasn't this exact marshmallow lollipop, but it was the same concept. Marshmallow covered with chocolate and the little gummies. But tell me why it was so freaking delicious. So it's making me think either it's a hit or miss, like you have to give the right one, or I was just a kid back then, I didn't really understand the concept. It's not F-worthy, definitely. It's not Dots or Twizzlers, okay? They put chocolate, they put my little gummies. It's not crazy like hot tamales, so it's definitely not, it can't go in an F, but I think D is appropriate for me for this candy. Nerds. That's a safe B. Obviously, you're crazy if you put them in your mouth one at a time. I don't even think that's possible, or you're crazy. Am I the only one who likes to chug nerds? Like I said, I like to stuff my mouth with candy. For me, enjoying candy means stuffing my mouth with the candy. I like the flavor. I like how easy it is. It does get like less tasty after you lick like the colorful coating off of it. But other than that, I don't see why it wouldn't be a B. Do y'all notice how much these things were overrated? I think they were like a SpongeBob patty, right? These things are so freaking overrated. It's either a D or an F. I don't think it's as bad as Dots though, but they definitely weren't good. They tasted so weird. I think I'm gonna put it as a D. These specific gummies, these specific ones that came in like those clear bags that were like SpongeBob themed or something. Do y'all notice how they didn't have the regular gummy taste? Like, I don't know if they used something else. It tasted like almost like they put plastic in them. I don't know what flavor y'all put in y'all's little gummy things, but it's not right. Smarties is a D. I understand that they were very popular because you could pretend to do drugs. Say no to them, please. The flavor was very unremarkable. It was like chalk candy. Speaking of chalk candy, I remember there was this candy that you could write with like chalk, but it was candy. That would have been an immediate F. It was literally chalk candy. Chalk can Oh my gosh, where do they come up with this stuff? Chalk candy? Y'all expect me to eat chalk? Oh my gosh. Just because y'all put a little sugar in it doesn't mean I'm going to be stupid enough to put that in my body. And that's kind of what Smarties was giving. It wasn't fully chalk, but it was getting there, And sure, they added a little sugar. They try to make different flavors, but you can't really can you tell me all the flavors of a Smartie? No, you can't. So I'm sorry, I'm going to put Smarties as a D. Pop Rocks, that's an easy D. Other than the fact that they popped in your mouth, what was special about them? If they did not pop in your mouth, would they be good? If they did not pop in your mouth, would you go out and ask your parents to buy that for you? No, you wouldn't. Okay? The pop was the whole shtick. The whole shtick. The pop was the whole shtick. Sorry, English is not my first language, and I will keep saying that every time I mess up English. Okay. I bet y'all don't even know what they tasted like other than the fact that they popped in your mouth. Mike and Ike. These were so popular back when I was in elementary school. I've tried them and I think they're a C. They're very average, plain, boring. I don't remember them being so sweet as a Jolly Rancher where the fruitiness is just coming out at you. I don't remember that. Laffy Taffies are going to be a C. Just because they kind of remind me of an Airhead. But no one ever understands me when I say how they coats your entire mouth with this wax that just is not enjoyable for me. And that wax is just, it makes the whole candy experience does not as fun. But I will say that they mastered the flavor. I really do like the flavor, but that wax coating just makes it very unenjoyable for me. I don't know if anyone else understands what I'm saying. Also, the jokes in the back. Maybe I should push you up, Laffy Taffy, up to a B. Nah, that wax coating is just too much for me. Whoppers is gonna be a B as well. I actually have some in my room right now. They're not hitting the same as when I was 8. And it's kind of crunchy. It's kind of reminding me of Twix almost. I think that's why it's not going as high as I thought. I don't really like Twix. It's it's a cookie. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Okay, does anyone else remember these strawberry-filled hard candies? Where did they come from? Honestly, I've never seen them in a store, I think. They just appear. They were kind of good. They were low-key delicious. As a kid, I would say that was one of my favorite candies growing up. No one would ever know what candy I was talking about because I don't know what it is. Those kids ate stuff like Mike and Ike, the little Airheads, and the Juicy Drops, and I was stuck eating those strawberry-filled hard candies. It's a hard candy that tastes like strawberry. And then, once you get to the center, this nice strawberry goo comes out, kind of like a Juicy Drop. I don't know if y'all know that there's actually a pineapple version of it and other flavored version of it. I mean, strawberry is definitely my favorite, but the fact that there are more to this candy that I'm sure some of y'all never even heard of in your life. But yeah, check this candy out. At least try it once in your life. This is just a classic grandma candy, classic old school candy. It's delicious. Milk Duds will have to be D. I was never impressed with them. I was kind of sad anytime I saw those. Classic butterscotch hard candy. Ooh, did I just? Yes, I did. Let me tell you something. I choked on this candy too, and it wasn't even good. See, at least Jolly Rancher, it makes sense that you choked on it. It's so good, you're just sucking it so hard. I was talking, jumping, enjoying my life. It was a good candy experience. But for me to choke on butterscotch, how humiliating. I choked on it. However, I was able to fully swallow the candy whole, which left me just standing there in shock. Oh my gosh. Did I almost just die? I never ate butterscotch candy since then. Why risk my life over a candy that doesn't even taste that good? This candy started my little fear of those hard candies, but Jolly Ranchers really sealed the deal. Push Pop! That's gonna be an A when I got my first Push Pop. I was so enthused. I literally have a story time about this. I used to bring my little green push pop to school every day. Eventually, one girl asked me, "Can I have some?" And I told her no. And I kept telling her no because she wouldn't stop asking me for the whole day. Finally, it was time to leave. Unfortunately, our lockers are right next to each other. And she was like, "Please, can I have some? I've never tried it before." I told myself, okay, when I get home, I'll just wash it off. I passed her my push pop, thinking she was just gonna take a little lick. This girl broke my push pop with her teeth and took a whole chunk of it and said thank you and ran away. I cried that day. She gave me trust issues. I actually have another story time about that girl, but that's a really confidential story, so if y'all want to hear it, just let me know. Lemonhead is gonna be a D. It's a hard candy flavored as lemon. Who's ever said that lemon was their favorite flavor? No one. Give me something like green apple. Give me something like blue raspberry. Give me something like strawberry. You know what I'm saying? Not lemon. I can see the name now. It's called Pelon Mini. I remember this. I'm so sorry to everyone I just offended. My whole school was 70% Hispanics. Candies like this was so popular, it was inevitable for me not to try it. I didn't understand the hype. I guess it's because it's not my culture. When I was watching the Fufu challenge and I would see people quite literally gag and wipe their tongue off and act like it was the nastiest thing in their life over a food that I grew up with and I eat to this day and that I think is so freaking delicious and is like one of my favorite things to eat. Are you doing too much just to offend the culture, just to be racist, or do you not actually like it? Pelon. I never understood the concept of spicy candy. I'll be fair, I understand it now. Like as a kid, give me a Jolly Rancher. Give me a Juicy Drop. Give me a Push Pop. Don't give me Pelon. I'm sorry. To me, it was food seasoning. You gave me salt and pepper and called it candy. I understand if that's your type of candy. I won't understand if Dots is your type of candy, though. And I will not understand if Twizzlers is your type of candy. But if you're into pelon, I can see that you have more of a salty tooth rather than a sweet tooth, or a spicy tooth rather than a sweet tooth, which is it's okay, you know. But if you like Dots, what tooth do you have? It's not a sweet tooth because Dots isn't sweet. Okay, it's not a salty tooth because there's no salt. You have grandma tooth. You have no flavor tooth. At least Pelon has some kind of flavor that you can latch onto. Those other things, they don't. I mean, I guess if you like cinnamon, I understand why you like hot tamales, but then just eat like a cinnamon roll. You know what I'm saying? It's like, anyways, let's move on because now y'all got me talking too much. Okay, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Squeeze pops, right? I don't know what they're called, but squeeze pops is what I'm going to call them. Well, I remember used to call this just toothpaste candy. I'm going to put that as a B now. If you had asked my kid self, it would have been an S. I don't know what it is about being a kid. You really crave that extra juicy sugar. Nowadays, that's a little too sweet for me. I don't know what it is. It's just, I think it's too something for me. It's like purely like liquid gel. Give me something to put it on like a juicy drop. Double bubble gum. These were like filler candies to me. If they didn't have enough candy, they just put a bunch of double bubble gum in your little gift bags. It's gonna be a D. After you get past that initial cement bubblegum flavor, then it just turns into sandpaper gum. If you genuinely enjoyed this double bubble gum, you've never had real gum before. Get yourself an extra or an Orbit or a regular gum. It's low-key a choking hazard. It's so hard and cementy at the beginning. If your teeth are not strong enough to start that chewing process, you're choking on it like I choked on that butterscotch and that Jolly Rancher. Fluffy stuff, aka cotton candy. If it wasn't for the fact that it was sweet, it would be an F. I don't like cotton candy. I guess I don't enjoy pretending to eat cotton, and I don't really taste anything but sugar. I will always just say, give me a Jolly Rancher on a stick. Y'all won't catch me lacking and choking again. Swedish Fish is going to be a D. They were trying to make a fruit snack. They're trying to make a gummy, but like they didn't get it all the way there. And then the flavor wasn't potent enough for me for it to be just one flavor too. Like, give me a variety. Fun Dip is going to be a D too. I think they should have added some kind of flavor to that little dipping stick, right? That stick was really gross. Once you were done eating the powder, were you supposed to also eat the stick? They should have made it kind of like a juicy drop where like the stick was kind of sweet itself with like a fruity flavor. At a point, I would just open up the Fun Dip and just ingest all the powder. If you're craving that kind of candy, get a pixie stick. The powder is good, but y'all don't even put enough powder for me to enjoy the candy as a whole. Dum Dums are the classic lollipops. They're like trusted lollipops. I'm gonna put them as an A. Who can go wrong with a Dum Dum? It's not doing too much, it's not doing too little. So these Jawbreaker candies are gonna be an F. It's not that they're necessarily nasty. What is the point? They're quite literally just a choking hazard. They're not even that good to be licking on like that, like a Jolly Rancher. I compare every candy to a Jolly Rancher because to me that's like the epitome of candy. That's literally like putting a marble in your mouth. I don't understand the concept of hard candies without sticks. That's why I like Dum Dum so much. And then they're jawbreakers. They're meant to break your jaw. Like what? Peppermint is gonna be a C. Just because they're classic. They're gonna be there for you if you're craving peppermint. It's the candy your grandma's probably giving you while you sit next to her at church. Bottle Pop. See, Bottle Pop gave the same vibe as a Push Pop mixed with a Fun Dip. You can unlatch the Bottle Pop and then dip it in some powder and then lick it. That's literally the concept Fun Dip was trying to go for. But like, you see what I mean? Their little dipping maneuver is sweet. Like if you get rid of all the powder, you can still lick on that Bottle Pop and it's still really good. Pixie Stick is gonna be a C. It's a Fun Dip without the nasty stick. I don't know if y'all remember like those huge pixie sticks that they would give at like maybe a book fair, I think, or like field day or something. But man, the day I got my hands on one of those, ooh, I went crazy. It gets the job done if you're just looking for sweet powder dust. Werther's Original, I'm gonna give this one a C, honestly. It's like a caramel candy. Gummy bears. Gummy bears are gonna be a B. It's delicious, it's fun. It's giving the same vibe as the gummy worms, just a bear shape. Haribo is gonna be a D. Haribo tried to be the classic gummy bear, but it's way too hard. Can we be honest? It's too hard. For me specifically, it hurts my throat. There's no good reason for me to be munching on Haribo. Okay, so I already did Sour Patch, but Sour Patch is a C. It's also not made out of gelatin, so I could eat it. I don't know what these candies are called. These Mexican lollipops with like spice all over it. Y'all would probably expect me to put it as an F, even a D, but I'm gonna put it as a C. It's literally like a mango flavor underneath. I tried one recently as an adult. It's weird, but I kind of understood it. That mango underneath with like the spice on the top really worked well together. But like when you can really start getting that mango flavor mixed with the spice, it's actually really good. It's not Jolly Rancher good. Hubba Bubba Gum. What's the difference between Hubba Bubba Gum and Double Bubble? It's the same thing. They just made it look more appetizing for kids. It's the same little nasty gum. This was the candy I was talking about that was similar to strawberry hard candies. If you give me one now, I probably wouldn't eat it. Warheads is probably going to be a C. I don't know what we were thinking as kids, putting this in our mouths. That's too sour for a little kid. I think they put warning labels on these things because little kids should not be ingesting that much malic acid at a time. Don't get me wrong, I really like sour candy, but it's like, what's the point of it being so sour that I can't even enjoy myself? Like, the flavor was kind of weird though sometimes. Maybe the malic acid would already ruin all your taste buds so the candy tasted weird. I don't know. These are puffy peppermints. Okay, so this is gonna go right here. F. Hard classic peppermint, C. Fine, that's fair. But why are you making it grainy, chalky, and soft? That's why you found yourself in the F, sir. Are you gonna pick peppermint over green apple or blue raspberry? Maybe you will. When you're 90. Green Pops is going to be a C. When a candy has like their own little thing that's special about them, they don't put too much attention into like the flavor. The flavor never really popped as good as it could have, I feel. It could have made that ring pop as sweet as a Jolly Rancher. If it wasn't for the fact that you're a ring, you wouldn't be that special as a regular candy. Blow Pops are going to get a B. The gum kind of made it feel like you get rewarded for finishing your lollipop. I want just a lollipop. If I buy a lollipop, I want a lollipop. If I want gum, I'll go get an extra pack. Not a hidden treasure in the inside like chocolate or gum at this point. That's why I respect Dum Dum. If it wasn't for the gum, they'd be at the same level they'd be at a higher level than Dum Dum, I would say. Their flavor is so much better than Dum Dums. What is with companies putting double bubble gum in lollipops, ice creams, and gumball machines? They're gross. And kids knew they were gross. I don't know why we ate them. It wasn't good. Do y'all call it trolley or trolley? I think I call it trolley. I'm probably gonna put trolley as a B. I think I like trolley more than Sour Patch. It's more interesting to me. That's all I can say about it. It's just more interesting. We haven't had a lot of S tiers so far, but this is going to be our last S tier for today. World's Finest Chocolate. I understand that it might have been overhyped in elementary school. There's a reason they called it the world's finest chocolate. That chocolate is the world's finest chocolate. I think I sold like 2 or 3 bars, but I ended up eating the rest of the box because it was so good. I'm surprised I didn't get diabetes from it. You know what I'm missing? Crunch. Crunch would be an A. The rice-filled chocolates were so good. World's Finest Chocolate was definitely better than Hershey's no matter what. If you guys are selling them, I will definitely be the first to buy it. I know they're overpriced, but for good reason. So what do you guys think of the tier list? Is there anything that you think that I should have changed? What would you have done differently? What do you think was like the most ridiculous answer I gave? What was the best answer I gave? I want to see y'all's tier list. If you make the same video, feel free to send me the link on my Instagram or Discord server. I'll see if I can leave those links in my bio. That's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You have made one of my biggest dreams come true, and that's getting monetized on YouTube. I'm going on a rant. I'll just end the video here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I love you guys.